Are you feeling powerless in the face of all the conflict in the world today? Do you wish the fighting would just stop? Believe it or not, you personally have the power to do something about it. It comes down to the basic rules of the law of attraction, and in this video, I'm going to show you what you can do in your everyday life to help achieve world peace.
World peace.
But first of all, let's talk for a moment about what's actually going on here. What is this place? I'm talking about Earth. If you're on the awakening path, you're probably already aware that it's a simulated environment. It's virtual. It's a place we created as souls so we can come and learn, and we can also play the game of life.
But life's just a game, right?
Now, I'm not going to go into all of that in this video, but I'll link you to a couple of videos in the description that will give you some more information. However, I have to mention it because it's fundamental to understanding the power we have to manifest the things that we want, and that includes manifesting world peace. You see, every thought we have, every action we take, we are coding our personal and collective reality. Your brain is a supercomputer which runs on thoughts, and you're constantly writing software code with your mind. And that code then manifests in this virtual environment, irrespective of whether you made it happen consciously or unconsciously. So the things that get your attention and occupy your thoughts become your reality. This is basic law of attraction stuff. So if you haven't seen the film The Secret yet, please watch it. It will tell you exactly the same as I'm going to tell you in this video. So let's say you're the establishment, the people who run the planet today, and you understand the law of attraction, at least at the level of higher consciousness. And higher consciousness doesn't necessarily mean you're enlightened, by the way. Every human being has a higher consciousness. So if you're the establishment and you want to retain your position in the world and prevent people from awakening, and on some level you understand the law of attraction, what do? You divert their attention. You occupy their minds with the things that you want to achieve. You're getting them to manifest on your behalf. And these things are disharmony, conflict, division, greed. It's not pretty, but it's effective. And the incumbents in the game of life, the people who have the power right now, they know, consciously or unconsciously, that if they keep us glued to the papers and the news, and they keep us constantly thinking about conflict, then we're generating more conflict. It's anti-peace and it's anti-awakening. Because how can people awaken if they're fighting for their survival? It's virtually impossible. So every time you give space in your mind to what they're feeding you, stories of war and violence and wokeness and snowflakes and culture wars, every time you judge someone else or you have a strong, visceral reaction to the information you're being given, every nanosecond you spend thinking about these negative ideas that are deliberately being spread, instead of thinking about your own happiness and your well-being and your development and that of the people around you, you have fallen into their trap.
It's a trap!
They want you to be angry and frustrated, so you generate more anger and frustration in the world. They want people to be oppositional and to be at loggerheads and to argue and fight, because that way we're not lifting ourselves out of lower consciousness emotions and elevating to higher consciousness awareness. And we're also not doing one of the most important things we came here to do, which is to help one another, to support the members of our soul group, and to find ways to elevate them and to elevate ourselves. The establishment wants us to fail in our mission of global enlightenment. It doesn't care if it destroys the earth in the process, and it certainly doesn't want peace. So that's why it's so important to understand that we have the power to break the cycle. We live in a benign universe where positive outweighs negative every single time. So a few simple adjustments to the way we choose to live our lives and the way we think can help to achieve world peace and can disrupt the plans of the people who want to stop it. I'm not saying it will be overnight. Of course I'm not. And I'm not saying I know how it will happen. What I'm saying is, it is a fundamental rule of the universe that ideas become things. And if we collectively commit to consciously holding the idea of a peaceful world in our mind, then we can change it. We can manifest world peace. So I'm going to tell you 3 things you can start doing right now to help make this idea a reality. First of all, do not give war and conflict your energy. Don't waste your energy and time on anything which isn't peaceful. Energy is finite. Stop reading the papers. Stop watching the news. We're conditioned in our society to think we need to know everything that's going on in the world, but we don't. Why spend time on things which you cannot directly influence, especially if spending time on them means you'll actually make them worse because of this way that the law of attraction works? Don't engage in debates about conflict. Try not to even form an opinion, apart from the opinion that it would be better if everyone just stopped fighting.
Everybody stop fighting, okay? Stop fighting!
Instead, tell yourself and other people, one day soon there will be world peace. This is your mantra. Make it your response to any internal thought or external discussion about conflict and war. There are 32 wars happening in the world right now, and there have been thousands throughout history. And unless we change what we do and how we think, there will be thousands more. We must stop giving them our attention. Unless you're personally caught up in a war, thinking about it will not help. It will just make it worse. So please don't give your energy to anything which isn't positively peaceful. Secondly, consciously generate peace. Think peacefully, act peacefully, rise above, learn to detach and not take things personally, see conflict as a teaching opportunity, learn to de-escalate, be the bigger person, set judgment aside and refuse to be drawn into conflict, make peace your mission. If you want to change the world, you have to be the change that you want to see. Don't commentate on it, just do it. Put time aside every day to sit in meditation and visualize a peaceful world. See soldiers laying down arms. See world leaders shaking hands. Imagine what the world would be like without war. You are coding peace. You are coding a peaceful future. Commit to the practice and code peace every day. Do it on your own. Do it in groups. Do it in the morning. Do it at night. But whatever you do, code peace. Finally, invest in yourself. Identify the steps you need to take to move forward on your path. Are you happy? You should be happy. The universe wants you to be happy. So if you're not, work out what you need to do to get there. It might not be an overnight solution, it rarely is, but little actions add up to big changes. It's your life. You have the right to shape it how you want. One of the most powerful tools of resistance you have is your happiness. Just don't believe this idea that we have to work until we're exhausted for minimum wage until the day we die and that we can't pursue our dreams. It's not true. That's the establishment keeping you down and depleting your energy so you can't focus on the things that you're really supposed to be doing, the things that you came here to do. So be brave. Stand up for what you want. It will flow for you if you focus on it. If you're awakening, Invest in your journey. What's the establishment going to do when half of the globe is awakened? They won't be able to do anything. Purely by virtue of awakening, we bring peace. Don't give up. The awakening journey is long and it can be hard sometimes, but you can do it. And I know for a fact that you can do it. I coach awakeners from all over the world, and usually one simple change can remove whatever is blocking you on the spiritual path. Work out what that block is. Commit to removing it. Follow the signs, listen to your guides. Awakeners of the future. We are the change that is coming, the peaceful change that is coming. So let's own it.